Well, howdy, folks. This is your host, ID Jester. Welcome back. More Tigers on the Hunt, of course. Once again, hopefully you checked out our last video on our build your own scenario based upon the Advanced Squad Leader system, where you're just spending a certain amount of points on your units and how quickly and easily you can do that. So what I thought I would do is, once again, just randomly create a scenario in this time I'm going to get it in 15 minutes or less. That's my goal, to get this done for you in 15 minutes. So I'm not going to be telling you exactly every button I'm clicking on, so you're just going to have to watch. Hopefully you learned some stuff from the last episode. This time we're going to just make a totally different scenario in 15 minutes, ready for you guys to play. So let's wait for the time to hit exactly 1 minute, and then we will start. 58, 59, go. Boop, bloop. Oh, okay, this time we're going to go scenario attributes. We're going to go 1 by 2. We're going to go 7 turns. Unlimited. The Germans are actually going to have an OBA of 100 millimeters because they're going to be defending against the Russians. So they are going to be on hold. You're going to go advance. We're going to say August 4th of 45. Nope, we're going to make that March 4th of 45. There we go. So Russians are advancing. Germans are holding, but they're going to have OBA. I have in mind what we're going to be doing here. Battle scenario V2 for version number 2. So there we go. Boom. Alright, 1 by 2 maps. Hopefully I can get a map. We're getting somewhere now. This is exactly what I was thinking. So the Germans are going to be holding on to a town, and the Russians are going to be coming across like an open area and assaulting the town. So this is actually going to work perfectly for what I want. So first try, just like I planned it. Alright, so non-playable hexes. There we go. We are going to just use from there. Oh, yep. All right, that's fine. I made a little error, but you know what? That's all right. Time is of the essence here, because I want to show you guys how quickly and easily we can do this. So, made a slight error there. Maybe I'll change it. Who knows? We'll see. All right. So is that the bottom? That is not the bottom yet. Okay. More units. More hexes. Here we go. Get rid of these hexes. This is going to be just mostly an infantry fight. All right, so that's the bottom. Top. You know what? Let's get rid of these top 2 rows. We don't need them. We're going to make it kind of a closer. What are you doing? Stop. Playable hexes. All I have to do is just come back in and change that. My stupid mouse. It just cost me like 15 seconds of play. There we go. Alright, so, nope. What are you doing? There you go. Alright. Phew. Alright, so, again, German, zone 1. Perfect. There we go. Zone 1. They're going to be here. Maybe a couple in there. A couple in the woods, maybe. A couple back here. And some up to the north here. There we go. And there. Boom. Done with that. Yeah, we'll add in a few more. It doesn't really matter. We'll put a couple out in the open area just in case they want to start there. There we go. Alright, so that's zone 1. Yep, that's all I want for them. Our Russian zone 1. Again, this is going to be our infantry. We're just going to, I don't like one that close. There we go. Just randomly choosing a few hexes out here for the Russians to start with. There we go. Just like something like that. No problem. I'm going to have plenty of hexes because this way the computer will randomly assign different units to different hexes. Alright, so that is that. In Russian Zone 2, again, we're just going to assign a couple of these road hexes for maybe a vehicle or two. We'll see what we get. Alright, so right now we're done, so we want to get rid of the paintbrush, go back over here, Germans are going to use elites. They're going to be in zone 1. And elites are going to be veterans. German zone 1. Turn 1. Boom. Take a little copy action here. And make a... We're only going to give them 7 elites. They're not going to have much units, but they are going to have a ton of really good defensive weapons. They're going to have light machine guns, heavy machine guns. They're going to have a couple Panzerfaust and Panzer Schreck. And what else are they going to have here? Some we'll give one a light mortar, and actually that looks pretty good. Okay, and now a couple leaders. We're going to give them some good leaders. B with a star. They're going to go into zone 1. They're going to be veterans. Click on them. We're going to make a copy. We're actually going to give them 5 leaders. So a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaders. Lots of leaders. They're not going to have much. But what they have is going to be really good quality stuff. With the leader, we have to make sure, absolutely make sure we give them a radio. In fact, we're going to choose a couple leaders just to make sure they have their OBA. You have to have a leader with a radio to get their OBA to work. So again, if you weren't here at the beginning, Germans are going to have a 100 millimeter OBA that they can call in. You know what? Let's yeah, they're going to hold. We're actually going to give them another 80 millimeter mortar as well. So that's cool. More defenses, more defensive things. So we're going to give them 1, 2, 3, 4 radios just in case. There we go. Looks beautiful. And what we are going to do though is we are going to take a couple units this time, elite units, free placement, turn 1, veterans. And what I want to do is to make sure, there we go, we're going to copy and we're going to make 2 more copies here. So we'll have 3 units. We're actually going to place these units on the map. So we're going to insert 1 here. We're going to insert another one here. And I want another one kind of covering the south end. There we go. And each one of these guys is going to have a light machine gun, another light machine gun, and another light machine gun. So at least I know for sure, even if the computer randomly assigns units, they can't screw it up too badly because I'll have some coverage to just, you know, if the computer just assigns units and they're all in the back, then of course the Russians are going to get here really quickly, and we don't want them to be able to do that. Now, so that's the German side. Russian side. Alright, Russians, they're going to have a lot of units, but they're going to be of not great quality. So we're going to give them first line units, turn 1. They're going to come in on zone 1, and these guys are going to be average. There we go. And we're going to give him a bunch of these guys. We're going to give him, you know what, total of 12 of them. And then we're also going to give him Russian. Let's see, these guys are first line. We're going to give him, those are all half squads too. Shit. Okay, so yeah, we'll give them a whole bunch of half squads, and we're going to give them a whole bunch of first line submachine guns. They don't have the good range, which is actually good for this scenario. Alright, so free placement, nope, we want them in zone 1. We want these guys to be a little bit better than the half squads. We'll give them C's in there. And we're going to make a copy and give this guy 11 of them. So he's got a bunch of units. bunch of squads, a bunch of half squads, which is, a half squad doesn't sound like a lot, but they could do some damage. All right, leader-wise, let's see what we're going to do with the Russian leaders. And this one is going to be just average leader, zone 1, and we'll give them average. And we're going to make a bunch of copies of these. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. So we need 9 more. There we go. And we'll give a couple of these half squads a few weapons to make them a little more valuable. Light weapon or light machine gun there. We'll give one a medium machine gun. We'll give them another light machine gun. Most of these guys are just going to get light machine guns. There we go. Just randomly choosing them. There we go. Half squads, light machine gun. You know what we will do is we'll give one of these guys a light mortar and give him an AT rifle, and I don't know, we'll give this guy a big old medium machine gun. There we go. So a couple machine guns, a few light machine guns, SMG. Let's give him a demo charge. There we go. So that's pretty good. Zone number 2, Russian. We're going to give him just one little vehicle that's not great. I wish I knew a little bit more about the differences of all these awesome vehicles that are in the game. Unfortunately, I don't. Let's go with, I'm thinking the littler the number, I know the T-34s are pretty good. I know KV-1s are pretty tough. I don't want to give the Germans something they can't handle too much. Let's give them. They do have some Panzerstrikes and Panzerfaust, so that should even it out a little bit. Let's give him a T-34 M40. There we go. And he's going to come in on turn 2. Oops, I'm sorry, turn 1. And he's going to go into zone 2. Always get those two confused. Don't do that, okay? There we go. Bam. So he'll either come in over there or he'll come in down here in one of those spaces. So they have a lot of open area to cover. You know what I'm going to do is go back to German Zone 1. Oop, switch back to the paintbrush. There we go. So at least maybe they can get somebody in there. And last thing I'm going to do is go into our wood buildings here. And I'm going to get rid of a wood building there. But what I am going to do is give them... I'm running out of time. I only got 2 minutes left here. No, actually I have until 16 minutes of the video, so I've got 3 minutes left. We'll give them a wood building here along the road there, and we'll give them another one. We'll give them one there, and we'll give them a set of buildings right there. So at least he's got a little bit of cover. It's not too much. Nothing that's going to block too much line of sight. Of course, they have an overwhelming force. It's the Germans obviously don't have very much at all. So last thing, let's just kind of separate the units a little bit, so they have to make a decision which way they're going to come and go. Every single thing that you change is going to change how you're just by adding that small little bit of water is going to change the flow of the scenario, and you would not believe how much something like that actually affects it. Affects it? What the kind of English is that? Affects it. We'll put a bridge in there so they can get across if they need to. Without that bridge, they're going to be stuck. on this side or that side. But by adding that bridge, now they have access to get across. And one more thing we are going to do. We're going to add in one little bit of woods. Maybe right there. Now, you don't think adding that one little bit of woods in is going to make that much difference. But when these units start moving up and all these units can see them and start shooting at them, this little bit of woods is actually going to protect. And maybe we'll add in one more. Just a little bit of protection there. In fact, I hate to even do this, but you know what I'm going to do? I just to make it fair, I think what I'm going to do is, all right, running out of time here. Running out of time. I'm going to give him another Panzerfaust, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give the, just make sure everybody's got something good. Okay, we got one unit that doesn't. I'm going to give him a Panzer Shrek. There we go. Because I'm going to actually give the Russians one more vehicle. That way they can kind of push the... I don't know. Alright, we will add in one more. Oh, I think I'm over my time. Oh, just, let's see, 15 minutes. I started at the 1 minute mark. So I'm just barely over. That's because I'm messing around. I don't know. Let's give him a T-26 M30 something or another. I don't know if that's a good or bad. All right, so last thing we need to do, victory points. Where are you, victory points? Come on, there you are. Go back to the pencil. All right, we're going to give them 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, and all we have to do now is go to victory conditions. So, Germans, if they hold on to 10 points, if they hold on to 15, if they hold on to 20, and 5 and 0, that's fine. So Russians, they need to have at least 15 for a draw. They need 20 for a minor and 25 for a major, 10 and 5. So they should be able to at least get one of those points. So that's why the difference here. They with their amount of stuff going on, they should have, they should be able to capture at least one more point than the Germans can keep. There we go. And just because I can, I'm going to just give them German player 2 more just squads, because it seems like they're a little light on the squads. Where'd they go? They're down here. And we're going to give one Panzer Shrek, and we'll give one a Panzerfaust. That way they have a little bit of protection against these tanks coming in. There we go. Alright, so we got the victory point locations. We got a good looking map. We got a good looking random scenario going on here. We've got a little bit of coverage, so they should be able to move up, and they should be able to swarm up, depending on how well the Germans do. And I think we're now going to file save as, go to our scenarios. We're going to go down to our last one, Battleground V1, and just change that to V2. And we have a totally new scenario created just with the build your own scenario in mind in about 15-16 minutes. And not only that, but we build it so that it's replayable with all these random hexes, because every time the computer will randomly choose where to put different units. It'll choose which different ways to attack, which units to move up, etc., etc. And I think we've got us a nice little random scenario built on the build your own scenario from Advanced Squad Leader. So there we go. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys need a copy of these or think they're worth just giving a whirl and just to see how well we did in our 15-minute build, let me know. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching.